guys, my name is Ayrria and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm actually, I guess it's a speed build? I don't know. I mean, I cut out a lot of building, I'm not gonna lie. And that's just because it took me forever, guys. This video was originally 35 minutes long after speeding it up. And for the sake of not watching this like you're on speed, I cut out a lot of stuff. So I guess this is actually technically a speed furnishing / speed landscaping, but it is what it is. I got this idea actually looking from just different houses actually around where I live. So Tennessee is pretty mountainous where I live, and we have like lots of hills and a lot of houses sit on slopes and whatnot. So this is my first time actually messing with the terrain tool. I don't usually play around with it just because I'm not gonna lie, it intimidates me. Yep, it intimidates me. So I decided to play around with it a little bit after watching some tutorials on YouTube and whatnot, and I'm actually quite proud with how this turned out. I mean, it probably could have been better, but that's okay. For the first time, I'm very, very proud of this build. So I decided to do this build not only on the hill, but I also just had a specific look in mind. So I wanted something that looked very, I guess, realistic. So I ended up cutting out a lot of the actual build itself, well, all of the build itself and the roofing, just because it took me so long. Like, I don't have a plan usually whenever I go into things, so I just kind of do whatever. I just kind of come up with it on the top of my head a lot of the time, so that's pretty much what happened here. So I'm just kind of adding in some landscaping here and just some like lawn ornaments, I guess you could call them, like a little fountain and a birdhouse and the little bunny. I love that little bunny, the little garden bunny, and the flamingo. Had to add that. So I was trying to make this house kind of look as realistic as possible as far as when it comes down to like what you would see in a real life house. Like, you know, when you drive by and you see a driveway and you've got the walkway and, you know, maybe they've, really done some really nice landscaping along the front and the back and curb appeal and whatnot. So that's what I wanted to do. And like I said, I think I'm pretty proud of this home. So I love doing the little pools and decks like that, by the way. Like, I only just learned that probably earlier this year, and that we could do that. And I've been obsessed with it ever since. Like, I absolutely love doing that because just in my own personal experience, it's pretty realistic. Like, not everybody has an in-ground pool. Usually it's like an above ground and then you have a deck built around it. And I mean, I don't know, whenever I think of like a future place that I might live in that has a pool eventually, that's kind of what I think of. Like, I think of having the deck and the above ground pool. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second there. But anyway, the idea that I kind of had for this house was maybe like 2 dads and a toddler and either like a child or a teenager. I really kind of wanted to go with that. I don't know. I didn't have any really like big rhyme or reason. It's just kind of how the house came up together as I was furnishing it and whatnot. And that's kind of what I had in mind when I was putting everything together. But I definitely wanted to have a toddler in here just because I wanted to have an excuse to use the kiddie pool. I love the kiddie pool. It's so adorable. Plus the little slide, and I wanted something that was, decent for a kid as well, like the monkey bars and whatnot. And whether or not that was from when the teenager was a child or for a child now, or whatever, I wanted to make sure that the children basically had stuff to do in the backyard other than just swim. Plus it's always nice if they can skill build on those, whenever you're working on your child's skill building or the toddler skill building. So, and I also wanted just a very, I don't know, when I was thinking about this family, I was kind of thinking about, summer days in the backyard and all of them playing together and doing like water balloon fights and stuff like that. So here I am actually moving into the garage. My idea for this was that they had renovated the garage, but maybe they didn't get rid of the garage door. I didn't actually color the inside for the garage door, but still, I was kind of thinking of like a game room slash exercise room, kind of like an all together room. Originally, I did put the laundry here, as you can see. I end up moving that into the house actually later on in the video. But yeah, this was basically just a room I just kind of put together. Like, there's no real organization with it or anything like that. It was just more of like, hey, we have this little game room. We can play chess, we can play ping pong, we can, you know, play card games together and stuff like that. I also kind of pictured that one of the dads was maybe a musician. Maybe he writes music, or perhaps he just really loves playing the piano. I was kind of imagining like this family like sitting around the piano and singing, like, not just, you know, anything, just like show tunes, or like around Christmas time doing Christmas music or something like that. And I really kind of wanted this family to be on the creative side. I think in my head, that's kind of like a fantasy, like, I guess I have. I love playing piano. I suck at it, but I love it anyway. And like, I don't know, growing up and watching different movies and TV shows and whatnot, and they'd have the family like gather around the piano. Like, to me, that seems really cool. Like, I don't know how realistic that actually is. Definitely wasn't realistic in my life, but still, it sounded like a cool concept. So that's kind of what I was thinking with this. And that's why they have such a grand piano. You know, they put a lot of money into that instrument because, you know, instruments are very, very important anyway. And then maybe they could teach like the children to play on the piano as well, and just make it a whole musical family, you know, why not? So I actually ended up cutting out a lot of me trying to go through cartons. I went through every single carton, guys, every single carton in the game, and before I said a little nose, and I could not just find anything that I wanted. And basically, our game needs more curtains. Like, they just do. Like, I mean, we have some really cute ones from like Eco Lifestyle, Cats and Dogs, a couple different other packs. I believe the Seasons ones look pretty good too. So it's just, we need more. Mostly because I'm just an indecisive person. Can't decide on what I want, and I always want a different look, but I just feel like I'm just recycling the same ones over and over again. And then I end up downloading CC because, well, CC is amazing. So here I am just kind of working on the kitchen. Again, this one took me a while to do as well. I ended up cutting out a lot of it just for the simple fact that I could not decide on colors. I mean, this entire house, honestly, was just basically a just cycle of what does Ayrria want? What color do I want? What color should this be? Completely indecisiveness on my behalf, which is, you know, not far from my everyday life. You should ask my husband. I never can make a decision. It's kind of like those things when you're like, you know, your spouse will ask you what you want to eat, and you're like, I don't care, until he starts mentioning stuff, and you're like, no, not that. I don't want that. That sounds gross. Like, so stupid. Why do we do that to ourselves? But I do it all the time. I don't mean to. But there I am, just doing the dining room, and this hallway. I mentioned in another video, the video actually that I did with Miss Unfortunate. I don't use, or no, it wasn't Miss Unfortunate. I'm sorry, it was my collab with the house with every room is a different YouTuber, a small YouTuber. So I never use runners, and I finally got 2 today, so I was really excited about that. And yeah, I thought it looked really, really good in that hallway, since there wasn't really a whole lot that I could do in that hallway without ending up blocking a Sims path. Again, I know it's Sims 4 and they have a better pathway system than the previous Sims games did, but I don't know. Maybe it's like a, I don't know. I don't know what to call it, but I still have that fear, I guess. I just want my Sims to be able to get down and, you know, up and down the hallway without any issue, especially if they have to walk around each other. So here I am just kind of doing the bathroom. It took me forever to decide on a mirror too, because, you know, that's a shocker to everybody right now. knowing how indecisive I've been already. But I did just end up deciding on the medicine cabinet there. And actually, I really like this bathroom. I thought it turned out super cute. I love those counters. Where are they from? Parenthood, I think? I love those counters. They're so gorgeous. And I love that swatch. I love the blue. Like, it's just so beautiful. And to me, it just screams bathroom. But here I am moving into the child/teen's bedroom. And I rekindled my love with island living. And I ended up using like nothing but island living in here, except for some like clutter items or whatever, which actually you'll see I didn't actually clutter this house. And the main reason for that is, for one, I'm lazy. Two, I think I was really tired when I built this house, and I just wasn't in the mood to clutter, if that makes sense. But I just wanted to make it kind of very simple and very clean, so I didn't even bother with cluttering at all. But I don't know. I mean, I add some clutter items, but nothing like to the extent that I've done in the past in some of my past builds and whatnot. I just wasn't in the mood. So anyway, yeah, this room can be used for a child or for a teen. You know, give or take a couple items. You can add a toy box if you decide to have a child live here, which, you know, no big deal. But I completely forgot, by the way, that I really love island living. Like, I know that for the most part the pack seemed really incomplete and mermaids just weren't all that exciting to some people and whatnot, but you gotta admit the objects were pretty decent in it. So, but here I am moving over actually to the master bedroom where the two dads would be sleeping, and I don't remember what pack these are. I can't see it from my tiny little video. But I ended up falling in love with this bedroom. I thought this bedroom looked really cute, but at the same time, like, super masculine without being overly masculine, with like a slight hint of just like, I don't want to say femininity because it's not that at all. Like a softness to it, but not being feminine, if that makes sense. So I don't know. I thought this bedroom looked super, super cute. Here I am actually looking for a mirror, and I could not find what I was looking for. And honestly, it was in front of my face the whole time, which shocks nobody ever, because that's just how I live my life. Things will be right in front of my face, and I'll be like, where is it? It must not be here. I get it from my husband. But I actually loved putting these two pieces together. I thought they looked really, really good together. Surprisingly, the woods match really, really well. And I was super, super excited that that happened that way. Mostly just because I've been dying to have like pieces like that where, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but usually whenever I'm looking at like furniture and I'm, you know, looking for dressers, and that's usually what you see, is you see where it has like the hutch or a mirror attached to it. And I've been dying for that look within my game, and now I have it. So here I am working on the toddler's bedroom. I definitely thought about a little girl in this case. I love that shelving unit, but what is up with that shadow? That is ridiculous. Like, that shadow does not need to be that massive. Like, it's doing way too much. But just putting in some finishing touches here with the toddler's bedroom, making sure that they have toys and a potty and whatnot. And I am actually coming towards the end of this video. As you can see, there you go. I moved the laundry room into that little hallway closet. I thought that was a really good idea. But anyway, I'm coming up to the end of this video. I will have screenshots at the end of this video as well. If you would like, please make sure that you like this video. If you would like to see more content like this, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button. And until the next time, guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!